James Carville is going to defend AOC from a common attack that we've been hearing over the past few months, but in his defense of her, there's quite a bit of attack. So let's hear what he has to say.
There's one part of the story that just irritates me to no end, and that is, well, James, okay, we got Marjorie Taylor Greene, but you got AOC. Stop. AOC is a talented, smart person who I think has some impractical, borderline naive ideas, like giving everybody health insurance. All right, she's a very talented person. Marjorie Taylor Greene is like literally out of her mind.
So look, Bridget, it's not that I don't disagree with some of what he said. Marjorie Greene is out of her mind, and personally, I hate the comparisons. These sort of shallow, both sidesing. Politics should never be analyzed more than a millimeter deep comparison between the two because they're both young and got elected recently. But yeah, his portrayal of her, a little bit biased, I feel like, in terms of his evaluation of her politics.
Yeah, first of all, talk about a backhanded compliment.
Like I think AOC just got negged.
Yes, it's like negging, it really is. I also think it's really wild to call, giving everybody healthcare naive. Ask some other countries that have managed to do it, whether or not it's naive. I mean, I don't know what world he lives in where that is the wildest thing that someone could possibly ever consider. But I agree with you. I think comparing these two women, I think it's kind of sexist. I think, I think you're exactly right. These two women who recently got elected, having to pit them against each other as if it's some sort of, cage match or something, I think is really short-sighted, and just we deserve a better political discourse. We deserve a discourse that doesn't pit women against each other like this. And honestly, the comparison between Marjorie Taylor Greene and AOC, that's just insulting in and of itself. AOC does actual governing. She stands for things, she gets things done for people. Marjorie Taylor Greene just stunts and scams. So I resent the comparison just on its face.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that Marjorie Greene doesn't do any work. Those weird pull-ups she was doing seemed kind of difficult, I guess. But no, AOC, like, does anyone doubt that she works as hard or harder than everyone else in Congress? Like, I don't always agree with everything that she does, although generally I do, but she clearly is there for the substance. And when she's not working on legislation, and she's already put forward more substantive, wide-ranging legislation than lots of people have been in Congress for literally decades, she's doing more work for her constituents back in her home district than virtually everyone else too, while also trying to be a leader in political communication around the sort of moral urgency around a lot of these topics for the entire US population. Doing all of those things simultaneously. Marjorie Greene occasionally puts masks on with offensive comments. That's really it. And the issue is that the media largely, I think, is to blame for the comparisons. But Marjorie Greene is also to blame. She is desperately hounding AOC and following her around, literally following her around, trying right now to have a debate about the Green New Deal. And so, like, to some extent, I do blame her. She is trying to make them comparable. I'm sure she thinks that AOC is substantiveless, and she thinks, well, she knows herself, so she thinks, roughly comparable. But yeah, I wish that we could get past that.
Yeah, I think we do need to put a lot of blame on Marjorie Taylor Greene. And honestly, it really is so sad and pathetic to see someone have to use someone like AOC's coattails to get relevancy. It must be really hard to always have to do that kind of thing, always be talking about AOC and threatening her and like challenging her to debates and this and that. That's gotta be a really sad existence. And I really don't envy having to cling for relevancy in the way that Marjorie Taylor Greene seems to have to do.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.